places where you can purchase all of these, this whole little practice molecule. All of this kind of stuff you can be available to you. Normally this is a lot of fun. It's a little bit different doing it by myself up here. I swear.
Good job.
I swear it's normally so much fun. Okay, so we'd attach the primers and then same thing on the other side, right? So this one's easy to find because we have all these four together here. So if you're ever building out this yourself, I say this because you're going to want to make it easy enough for the students so that you're not sitting up here for 5 minutes while they search for the right place to put them all or the primers. Okay, so this happens at 50 degrees Celsius or approximately 122 degrees Fahrenheit. It takes about 25 seconds. So we attach those primers, and the reason that we do that is because the next thing we want to do is to extend out that DNA. So we want to build the new DNA at 72 degrees Celsius or about 162 degrees Fahrenheit. Takes about 45 seconds. So for the final extension is about 7 minutes. And this is done using Taq polymerase. So these are Taq polymerase. And we have our own kind of polymerase that's in our body right now, replicating all of our DNA. It's this really crazy molecule that kind of just pulls in the nucleotides and puts them in order. And two researchers discovered that they could use the polymerase from a type of bacteria that was in very high heat environments, like hydrothermal vents. I think it was actually discovered in one of the geothermal pools in Yellowstone National Park. And because this bacteria thrives at a very high temperature, it's really great for this application because it can replicate at temperatures that are a lot more extreme than the human body's internal temperature, right? So this is happening at 162 degrees Fahrenheit. If our internal body temperature is that high, our DNA would just be soup, so it just wouldn't work out. So it was a really incredible discovery. They, I believe, won a Nobel Prize for this. And so this would normally be the most fun part, where we would have two teams of 2 students, each with this big pile of free-floating nucleotides, and they would compete to build out this strand, one by one, making sure they don't make any mutations, and everybody would be cheering them on. I'm not going to do the whole thing.
Go.
Yeah, right, do myself. And they always try to skip forward, and they're like, people are like, no mutations, oh no, okay. So yeah, normally it's a great fun, and hopefully it will be again someday, but that's okay. So we would go through and they would build out until they got to the end of the target region, and always one group is going to win and one group's going to lose. They always do it faster. It's kind of funny in the middle because they have to like flip, but sometimes you get so engrossed in it that you, especially students that have that competitive streak. There's always a leading and a lagging strand, so whoever finished last, we call them the lagging strand, and that's okay, that's how it works. So it builds out just like that, and then the last step in this process is to repeat. So we start with that one copy, and you can see here the blue strand is the original template. So you can see how you continue to replicate, and we do this 35 cycles, and by that time we have billions of copies made. So this is a great time to point out to students what type of growth is this? Exponential growth. Great job. Yep. So exponential growth here. And so just to review all of these steps, because we just looked at them a little bit more in depth. First step was to denature or break open that strand, our template, and then we attach the primer or anneal to give our polymerase a starting point, and then it extends out until we have those 2 new strands, and then you repeat 35 times. So what are some of the ingredients that we need in this soup in order to make this reaction happen? Yep, we need billions of free-floating nucleotides, yep. What else do we need?
Template.
Yeah, we need the original template, right? This right here. And then what about these? Primers, yep. And this guy? Taq polymerase. That's right. So we have all of our ingredients here. Alright, we need the polymerase, nucleotides, so those bases, upstream and downstream primers, and then we of course need something to start. So when it all starts, it looks like this. One's male and one's female, but we don't know which